Have you ever found yourself in that all too familiar situation, thinking, oh no, not again? Maybe it's procrastinating on a big project until the last minute, getting back with an ex you know isn't right for you, or falling for the same get-rich-quick scheme. You swear you'll learn, but then you do it again. It's frustrating, right? It makes you wonder, are we just wired to mess up in the same ways over and over? Well, the answer is a little more complicated than a simple yes or no. A huge part of this pattern lies deep within our brains. See, our brains are incredible efficiency machines. They love shortcuts. These shortcuts are called heuristics. They help us make quick decisions without having to analyze every single detail. Think about driving a car. You don't consciously think about every single action, right? You just do it. That's your brain on autopilot, and it saves a ton of mental energy. But here's the catch. Sometimes, those shortcuts lead us down the wrong path. One of the biggest culprits is the confirmation bias. This is our brain's tendency to favor information that confirms what we already believe. If you think you're bad at public speaking, you'll probably focus on every stumble and awkward pause you make, ignoring the parts where you did great. So, the next time you have to speak, your brain goes, see, I told you we're terrible at this, reinforcing the belief and making you more likely to be nervous and repeat the same mistakes. Then there's the optimism bias. This one is a real trickster. It's the belief that we are less likely to experience negative events than others. It's why people text while driving, thinking an accident will happen to someone else, not them. It's why we might overspend, convinced we'll somehow have more money later. This sunny outlook is great for our mental health, but it can make us blind to the real risks, leading us straight back into familiar, sticky situations. We think this time will be different, even when all evidence points to the contrary. And let's not forget about our emotions. Our feelings are powerful drivers of behavior. When we're stressed, sad, or even overly excited, our rational thinking takes a back seat. The emotional part of our brain, the amygdala, takes over. It's looking for a quick fix, a fast dose of comfort or pleasure. This is why we might reach for junk food after a tough day, even though we know we'll regret it later. That immediate emotional relief often outweighs the long-term consequences in the heat of the moment. It creates a powerful loop: feel bad, seek comfort, get temporary relief, feel bad about the choice, and repeat. Another psychological trap is what's known as the planning fallacy. We consistently underestimate the time, cost, and effort required to complete a future task, even when we have past experiences telling us otherwise. You think packing for your trip will take an hour, but it always takes 3. You're not being lazy, your brain is just naturally bad at realistic planning. This is why we keep finding ourselves in a last-minute panic, whether it's for a deadline, a flight, or a holiday dinner. But it's not all doom and gloom. We aren't doomed to be stuck in a loop forever. The first and most powerful step to breaking the cycle is awareness. Simply recognizing these patterns is half the battle. When you catch yourself about to make that familiar mistake, pause. Just take a breath. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? What's the trigger? Is it stress, boredom? The confirmation bias whispering in my ear? Once you're aware, you can start to create what author Charles Duhigg calls a habit loop. A habit consists of a cue, a routine, and a reward. The cue is the trigger that starts the behavior. The routine is the behavior itself, and the reward is the benefit you get from it. To change a bad habit, you don't fight the cue, you change the routine. Let's say your cue is feeling stressed after work. Your routine is to binge watch TV for hours, and the reward is distraction. You can keep the cue and the reward but swap the routine. When you feel that stress, Instead of grabbing the remote, go for a 15-minute walk, call a friend, or listen to a podcast. You're still getting a reward, de-stressing and mental distraction, but you've replaced a negative routine with a positive one. Mindfulness and self-reflection are also your secret weapons. Keeping a journal can be incredibly effective. By writing down your thoughts and actions, you can see your patterns on paper. It makes them tangible and easier to analyze. You might notice that you only overspend on payday, or that you only argue with your partner when you're sleep-deprived. Seeing these connections is the key to untangling them. And let's talk about self-compassion. Beating yourself up for making a mistake is counterproductive. It just adds a layer of shame and stress, which, ironically, makes you more likely to seek comfort in that same old bad habit. Instead, treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. Acknowledge the mistake, understand why it happened, and make a gentle plan to do better next time. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. It's also crucial to remember that our environment plays a huge role. If you're trying to eat healthier, having a kitchen full of junk food is like trying to swim upstream. You need to design your environment for success. Make the good choices easy and the bad choices hard. Put the healthy snacks at eye level and hide the cookies. Unsubscribe from those tempting sales emails. Create friction for your bad habits and a smooth, easy path for your good ones. Ultimately, breaking free from repeating our mistakes is a journey of self-discovery. It's about understanding the quirks of our own psychology, recognizing our triggers, and consciously choosing a different path. It's not about achieving flawless perfection. It's about learning, adapting, and growing. Every time you catch yourself and make a different choice, no matter how small, you're rewiring your brain. You're strengthening a new, better pathway. So the next time you find yourself on the verge of that not again moment, remember, you have the power to choose. You're not just a puppet of your habits. You are the architect of your life. It takes work, it takes patience, and it definitely takes self-kindness, but you can absolutely break the cycle. What's one mistake you're tired of repeating? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.